Alright, guys, we got a rainy day here, so I'm going with a weird angle. You might get a ton of grass growing, because I got to put the phone up underneath what do they call in the rainforest? The canopy, right? The way the trees are grown over. So it stays pretty dry right here, but it's a very small space, right? So what I'm going to try to do is, here's what I need to do. I need to give myself a landmark to look back at, because that little the tripod's out of there. I didn't know it was gonna rain all day today, but that doesn't change. That doesn't change what we. I mean, it can change what we do, but it doesn't change my schedule, right? You all right, buddy? So last night I was thinking I should go sit in his room with him, get him to come out, but I've been wanting him to just get comfortable and come out on his own, right? Just now, when I reached in, put the leash on him, he still leans back. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a big old body crawling into the crate with him. I don't know that this one helps me that much. The red one's better. It's taller. So, right, so there's the whole try to get them to want to do things, right? Well, try to let them start wanting to be a part of things. Came out a lot more last night. Oh, but anyways, I was starting to say, so I reached in, put the leash on him, and he came almost right out, like was out while I was standing, like the crate's right there, and I'm standing right there. He came halfway out, so that's good because usually I have to move. Come on, buddy. Which is what I'm trying to do. Trying to get it where I don't have to go inside to put the leash on them, right? 'Cause that kind of sucks, getting all up in their space. Sometimes we gotta. Sometimes we gotta push it. So I'm gonna. I've been trying to like on this, just let him kind of come in closer. Where initially I was having to use a lot of pressure to make him come. Uh, so anyways, I think that's pretty good. I mean, we're on today's Monday, so we're on day 6. You know what I mean? I would say he gets adopted. He's not gonna be like when he goes to a home. He's not gonna be like even if he really comes out here. When he goes to his real home, he's not gonna be just all of a sudden like say he gets really good here, right? He's not gonna be just like that when he gets home. There's gonna still need to be so at a new home. It might be really good to keep the leash on and just tether him to him and just ignore him, but hold the leash on, right? Just kind of make him not go back and get comfortable. I don't know. I feel like I would still probably do the 3 days. Let him have 3 days, chill in this crate, and then maybe start pushing it more than I have been. Um, I've been trying to go pretty slow with him, but maybe at a home it would be better just to go ahead and break it, get him out. So, right. So it's a little difference here. I'm trying to let him get his own confidence, which comes from him choosing to do things. Right now, if he was still not like if we were 3 4 days in and he's still not trying to come out of the crate at all, to me that's when I start thinking about it, right? So the first 3 days I want him to kind of choose to come out into his room, and if he doesn't, it's no big deal. About 4 days, then I start kind of pushing it. 4 or 5 days. We're at 6 days now, so if in other words, if he was still in the crate and not coming out at all, last night I probably would have chose to make him stay out. But I decided last night, since he's been coming out every here and there, you know, and then he'll come out for a little period of time and then go back, and then he'll come out and go back. But since he's been choosing to come out some, I was like, let me not push it. Let him keep on building on himself. What you think, fool? Hi, buddy. You are a cute little fella. So, right, so here's the other thing. This just popped in my head, right? Here's the other thing about using leash pressure. He doesn't know what I want right now. I could sit here for 30, 40 minutes, and he might sit there for 30, 40 minutes. So what I want is I want him to come closer so I can put the leash on. And I already know he's not taking food. I could try food again, but I already know he's not going to take it. Let's see if we can get him with. See if we pull him in with the hot dogs. Let's try that first. He took one. So see, you can use that to get him in closer. See how he's kind of still pulling back. He hasn't really moved forward, right? Oh, that's what I did last night too. Is I fed him not in the crate. I I probably should have done that on the fourth day. Is not fed him in the crate. Started putting his food in the room. Hi, you're a good boy. Right, and that might be a good thing to do from the start. Is like at home, don't feed him in the crate. Make him come out in order to get the food. And depending on the like, we had one Harley. Like I had to feed her right close to where she was. She was so bad. And then I started moving it to the front of the crate. Then I moved it to right outside of the crate. So you can go really, really slow steps like that, or you can just say, "Hey, you're not eating unless you come out." The hunger will eventually outweigh it. It just depends on what you're looking to do. I would say in a home, like if he was adopted, just make him start coming out from the start because you can build confidence elsewhere. I'm trying to get his confidence and all that stuff, right? All right, so we had a car go by under there. So see how he's kind of reaching forward for it, right? So then here's what I was talking about with using the leash pressure. Ready? Come on, buddy. Come on. There you go. You're okay. Oh, I can't get it off now. There you go, buddy. There you go. And he's not one that's terrible. So like he kind of shies back when you get close to him, but it's not like he's freaked out and wanting to run away, right? So here we got him a little bit weirded out. So I'm just gonna hold on to it, right? So in other words, the leash pressure is just like here. This is what I want you to come a little bit closer, so we can do this, and then I'll let you go. Hi, buddy. He's still got there's a little bit straighter, so I'm gonna let the leash go, right? So he's leaning, right, and kind of leaning back in a way. If you let him go at that point, he's gonna stay in that. Whereas if you wait till I heard one lady call. Oh, this is a terrible angle. I heard one lady call it a moment of bravery, right? So, in other words, if he's leaning away from you and he just comes up straight, that's a moment of bravery, right? It doesn't have to be the step to you, it could just be that he relaxes his body, right? Or sit it out and wait for the step, right? I think sometimes, a lot of times, if you're waiting for that one thing, you miss the little one, right? And then instead of building little ones in order to get to the big ones, you're looking for the big one. And sometimes that helps, right? But sometimes we have to do that. If he was here for, say, he's here for a set 4 weeks. Hey, man, I probably have to push it, right? We don't know how long he's going to be here. My skirt got cut on, right? So if he was here for a set 4 weeks, hey, you got to push it and you got to kind of flood him, right? And push him to the edge a little bit more, where I can be a little bit slower. I can't be as slow as I would if he was just my dog, right? I would go a little bit slower. Was that all of Was that a whole video of just my shoulder? That's only 10 minutes. That's not too bad, right?